All right, so as you can see, I went through and I cut the end of the frame horns off, shorten them, make everything a little more manageable. I cut them at an angle so that way we have our. I cut them at an angle that way we have a little bit better ground clearance and I don't get hung up on curbs or dumb stuff because I drive kind of stupid sometimes and I get myself hung up in places, so I'd rather eliminate that chance. Um, let's see. Since we last talked, we had a few changes we're doing to the vehicle now. Um, I bought a Harley project for the channel, so I think I'm going to start doing a little bit more motorcycle content, a little bit of car content as well. Um, so I was going to turn this into my shop truck, have a built-in motorcycle ramp where I can roll them out and roll them in. Probably end up airbagging the rear. That way I can get a little bit better angle for loading some of the lower style bikes. So, but I'm still doing car content. I'm still building dumb stuff. It just trying to focus a little more heavier on my other side hustle, which is flipping cars and motorcycles. So you'll see a little bit about everything on this channel. So please stay tuned, and we'll things will get better. I promise. All right, so without any further ado, so I'm gonna roll this up under the frame. That way I can see where everything's at, make sure everything's happy and all that. Once I'm happy with that, I'm gonna mark out where the factory transmission crossmember went on this car. And I'm going to notch out that section of frame so I can bolt out a stock Camaro Nova motor mount, or transmission mount, I'm sorry. So I could put a factory GM Nova transmission mount on this thing, and then that way if I do want to do small block Chevy or LS, it's going to be a little bit easier for me to set that up. I think eventually, because this is going to be such a driver, I'm going to want to have an LS, and I'm going to want to have at least fuel injection, and I'm definitely going to want to have air conditioning. So I'm a hot weather bitch. It's just the way I am. I'd rather be comfortable than miserable. So those are some additions I'll be adding to it as well. All right, so let's get started on this. All right, so I left the wheels on it to make it a little bit easier to maneuver. All right, so got that stupid cross member out of the way. Roll this back, see where we're at. All right, so actually it's looking like I can leave the frame intact. So the inside of the cross member lines up identically with the inside of the frame rail, that inner edge of it. So what I'm going to be able to do is just when I clamp that down and weld it all up, what I'm going. So once I clamp that down and weld it all up, I'll be able to re-drill the holes and use the factory everything. It'll slide right into the factory, the Ford frame. Everything will be super strong and rigid. So that's cool. It looks like my cuts are pretty spot on. So I'll have to do a little bit of cleaning work with the grinder to get a little more even surface to weld to, and a really nice clean surface to weld to. Once I get that set up and everything squared, I will go ahead and burn this thing in and see what happens. So, moving on. Pro tip, when you're fabricating and building stuff, multiple jacks is a very, very good benefit. The problem is this jack came out of my old tow truck and it's got a lot of abuse done to it, so it doesn't hold up very well. Right now we're just mocking, it's fine. I got a third jack that I will use for that. All right, so butted up. I have a little bit of things I need to trim off, at least on this one side. It's looking like also another thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put a piece of 1/8 inch on the back side of the between the frame and the subframe. The reason why I'm doing that is the problem with these setups, why they never really truly handle really well. I mean, they're better than what was stock, so that's why everyone loves them. But the problem everyone has is you can never get enough caster in it. So no matter what you do, you can max out every shim you could possibly put in there without actually cutting off and relocating those upper AR mounting locations or lower and maneuvering them to add caster to it. You really can't. So with that 1/8 of an inch, should be a couple, probably 1.5 degrees or so. If I'm guesstimating, I'm not really that good with that stuff. Alignments, yes. Angles, eh. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put an 1/8 inch between the frame and the back end of that cross member to tilt it upwards just a hair. And that will definitely improve handling. Hopefully I can get the caster a lot better. I don't want to go too much because having that gap's kind of stupid. So my goal is to just get it just down enough to where it's going to function properly. That's all I care about. Does it drive good? Cool. Does it handle good? I want this thing to handle like a Camaro. That's what I want. Camaro that can haul car trailers essentially. So we'll see how that works out. So I think that's what we're going to call it today. We'll go ahead and continue on.